Amidst Uganda's participation in the global 16 days of activism against gender-based violence, there are concerns over escalating incidents of gender-based violence despite sustained efforts by various civil society organizations to combat the challenges.
16 days of activism against gender-based violence was put aside by the UN to emphasize the importance of focusing and refocusing all our attention to address gender-based violence everywhere, anywhere, by everybody.
Statistics from the police report of 2022 reveal alarming figures of 17,698 cases of domestic violence, 1,623 cases of rape, 8,960 cases of defilement, and 14,696 sex-related cases, with the biggest percentage of those affected being women and children. Mondo Chateka is the Assistant Commissioner for Youth and Children at the Ministry of Gender, Labour and Social Development.
We receive about 1,200 calls every day. Out of those 1,200 calls, 10 to 15 are on gender-based violence. They are reporting a case about gender-based violence, and that's every day. 15 cases just from a single child helpline. So that should tell you the intensity of this problem.
International organizations for Migration Baseline Survey report on strengthening social cohesion and stability in slum population in Uganda indicate that urban slums are prone to gender-based violence. Annette Musisi, a resident of Makere Chikoni, explains how she lived in her marriage for over 40 years and shares her experience on gender-based violence.
Nesiga munange nemanya byayagala nemanya kino bwekiti kyayagala bwekiti ne bwekiti olina okuba nti osoma munno nomanya munnange ayagala bwekiti kino sijja kigenda ngenda bwekiti kijja muyinza naye namanya kyoyagala owabaawo ekitutabu tetudda mu publiki tetuyomba olina kudda mu nyumba.
Daniel Ogok associates gender-based violence to cultural side, where people have abandoned their culture on marriage.
Because I remember those days, our parents used to choose for us women to get married to, basing on like after accessing them very well and finding out their backgrounds. But as per now, people meet anywhere, and sometimes we end up getting married to the people who are not meant for us. We end up marrying people we don't know their characters, and in most cases, with time, after a short period of time, we start getting misunderstandings in our relationship, causing all this kind of fights in the houses.
Maybe business the woman doesn't want, or you find a woman wants to work, but the man doesn't want the woman to work. So at the end of the day, you find it's going to be very hard for the two couples to live in harmony unless one gives up. And you know, when you talk about violence, there can be that silent violence, where you find someone is okay, is in harmony, but inside psychologically is tortured.
Sada Mubale, UBC News, Kampala.